It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, they love me. They love me. Let's do it again. Fuck it. I love it. Gotta love it. So how's everybody feeling on this beautiful, shit. I guess today is technically Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays. But whenever you land on this episode of No Filter, we welcome you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but I'm glad that you chose the time to be with me and God. It's awesome. Because around here, we love giving you daily bread. We got a nice story, a nice origin story download for y'all whenever you land on it. Okay. Let's just jump right into it. It's not even playing the games. It's not even playing the games. I know you like the little crooked shades at the very beginning, but hey, you know what it is? It's still sexy. Let me tell you about the beginning of America. Let's tell you how we all got okey-doked in this corporation. Why the climate is the way it is now. How people are upset with Elon and Donald Trump. And there's just madness everywhere. People feel like they don't know what the fuck's going on, which a lot of people don't. So, hence I wore the Yoda joint. Real the struggle is. We need to read this and accept that this can be a reality if we allow it to be a reality. Thank you, Spirit Team. I wasn't even going to do a download until I was looking at my girl, Maje has the T. Follow her on YouTube. Forgive me. I crashed out heavy earlier. I was watching Brittany, Cosmic Wifey, I think I was watching her video from yesterday because I've been trying to catch up. I've been trying to balance everything. It's just been an adventure, a fun adventure. Just to clear it up, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, everybody. Okay? A lot of people are coming up with assumptions. Hey, are you upset in this? You're in your cave and you're upset. I'm happy as hell. All right? I'm just taking it all in. It's like, I don't have to work ever again in my life. I can choose to work if I want to with my clients that are grandfathered claused in. Hey, I help them, their family. But I literally can just stay up all night, play video games, and just chill, write, work on Genosha, do my schooling and all that. It's wonderful. So just to clear that up, I'm not upset at all. I just wanted to get to the reason for this download is to let you all know how we've been okey-doked. Forgive me if I'm going everywhere. How we've been okey-doked and why everybody's upset currently with what's going on. Okay. Have you all heard of the Boston Tea Party? I think I was going somewhere else, but we're just going to stick with it. Put down the blunt then. Okay, let me just put this down, okay? All right, you guys got me on that one. Because I'm thinking I want to hit this, but I also want to get this download out. Oh, Maja has the T. Follow her on YouTube, okay? I was watching her. Thank you, Spirit Team. And she motivated me to do a video, okay? So, yeah. So forgive me. I just been taking it all in. It's awesome to be on top of the mountain. It's like, damn, I got here with the help of God and the help of my collective. This is not a solo journey. But a lot of the times, if you're doing what we're doing, the work for God, it's not trendy work at all. You're going to feel a lot of isolation. You're going to have a lot of backstabbers. You're going to have a lot of people that want to help you, but they're just there as COINTELPRO just to take notes and then run off to their little goons and witchcraft circles and, oh, what are you doing, Izzy? So I'm learning. Slow down. If you ever hear me speaking downloads fast or acting like Tigger, it's not because I'm off anything. I am worried that I'm not worried at all. I am attempting to get the download out as fast as possible before we have it, if we have any storage issues. That is the main reason if you catch me in hyper mode. And I get the downloads a lot of times fast too. So let's get back to it. What we're talking about. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we get disconnected. When I slow down, that happens. Okay. A lot of us, when we're going through this journey, it's not trendy. And we have a lot of attacks that happen. A lot of people like to play on our emotions, especially when you're in isolation. Oh, I know I'm getting ripped too. I'm doing a lot of workout. I'm hitting the gym now. So it's cool. I'm going through a big transformation. I'm looking sexy. So when you go through a lot of isolation periods, it's good because you get closer to God, right? But at the same time, at the same token, if you're an overthinker, you can have a lot of negative thoughts enter your realm of thinking. Okay, I just had a few. Basically, just to clear it up. Yeah, I don't care if I'm redundant or not. Okay, I'm stepping in my power. Fuck it. I believe I do have the love of my life, Bastet. Yes, I love her personality. Her inner child matches my inner child without even me looking for it. Just what she does. Take what resonates and discard the motherfucker. Just her whole steez, her laugh, everything, the cats, the vibe, the energy. That's me all day. All day. I'm like looking at her, I'm like, damn. I love her, right? But there's people now that know that and are playing with energies and having me thinking that maybe she doesn't want a relationship now, which I'm not forcing any relationship at all. I just got in my comfortable zone. I am not rushing anything. I'm just stating I love her energy and we've had a past life connection and we have reacquainted. And I have a few other soul connections too as well that I'm seeing we're intertwined too from past lives. It could be karmic relationships. This is why this show is called No Filter, because at first I was hesitant to even talk about any of this shit, but we need to talk about it. Hence, I'm vibrating, I'm a life coach, it has to be out there. At the same time, protecting identities, okay? As best as I can. But it is what it is. I am being obedient to God. So no more logical humans are going to be able to suggest anything to me. Hey, I think you should do this and be more careful with this, or the women in this. No more of that. I'm just telling you that I love you, but I'm following orders. That's it. I'm just being obedient. That's in order to receive abundances, or in order to receive eternal life, you must be obedient to God. You can't serve two masters. So when I catch myself like, nah, that's my human side wanting to identify with the old identity. So I become hesitant, and then I get the gut feeling. My left ear goes numb. It's like, you better get your ass up and do it. Like I was sitting in there, I'm tired as a bitch, and I just had to well rest. But looking at all of my actions, I'm seeing, damn dog, I hardly ever sleep. So I'm always on the go. It's a good and there's pros and cons to it. But my body earlier was like, you need to crash. So I'm fighting that feeling now. So I'm just being transparent to let everyone out here know that I have a lot of people that I am encountering, or I have encountered, or still am dealing with, that are part of my cosmic journey. I may have blocked them off to a degree of loving them from afar, but that energy's still there, so they can still pull on my energy. It's just some Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker shit, but not like incestual. I'm just saying it's just that close. I have some homies that we're just close. We've been through a lot of shit, but we're not close like that. I don't know how to even say that. It's just being the chosen one, you have a lot of people around. Not necessarily physically, but energetically intertwined. It's just the way it is. I'm learning. I'm like, even though I may have cut them off and say I don't talk to you like that anymore, I check up on them every now and then. I have a heart. That's what God's telling me to do, because it's all a strategy. It's all cosmically intertwined. So even though I feel like I have a plan, God says, hey, if you want to make me laugh, go ahead and tell me your plans. That's basically what it is. Every time I feel like I got something, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to boom, boom, boom. God's saying, all right, reach out to that person. I was like, I thought I just cut them off. I need that for this blessing. It's like, no, you're aligned properly, but now you need to not be stoic. You need to reach out to people that still love you and you still love them. Now you have your boundaries set, and now it's no meal ticket. Nobody's just coming around not doing the shadow work. Hey, let me just get money. No, that shit's not happening. But I will still reach out to people and see what's up. So sometimes those people or other people may play with my emotions and make me misjudge myself, or, second guess myself. So I reached out to the Bastet a few days ago. I was like, I'm going to fall back and just let you do your thing. And then I noticed her energy change. And then she was doing some readings about betrayal and shit. And then my heart dropped. Like she was talking about her last video. She feels like she was nervous. Yeah. She was about to throw up. I was laughing too, because I was like, I feel it. Like, I'm not here to betray her. I love her and I'm going to be here for her. And then when I heard that betrayal word, I was like, oh no, Bastet, please don't let you think I'm out here fucking around. So I know I put up a lot of pictures of cheeks and all that shit. I know women out there now, like, why you explain yourself? In fact, I'm a transparent person. I love who I love. And that girl's been with me and still is with me when she don't have to be with me. It's just God cosmically put us together, and my other besties, to make this mission happen. And so when I saw her upset and the energy change, it made me upset. It made my stomach drop, because we need to be together. This is just, it's cosmically bounded to be. Okay, when you gravitate and you're magnetized to certain people, it is what it is. It's the life is nothing but a grand video game. The people that are in your life are meant to be in your life either for a lesson, or they're there to be involved in your life story in more than one chapter. Some people is meant to be just a few pages of your book. Some people are meant to be there the whole journey until God calls our number. We transition back to home base, and then we can either chill or we can get sent to another mission. But when I get sent back up there, I'm probably gonna chill for a minute. And you can send other recruits down there. This time, shit, I am chilling. Hence, I'm always trying to play video games, watch this, read books, dude. I'm trying to throughout the day. So God said, hey, Zoe, do this. Have time dedicated for me, have time dedicated for the collective, and have time dedicated for yourself, because we all need me time. Forgive me if I'm bouncing around everywhere, but I need to get it out this way. So Bastet, you have nothing to worry about. There's a lot of people out here that are going to try to get in our heads and our energies, but you're super intuitive. You're that Sherlock Holmes wife vibe type shit. Like, when I look at you work, I'm like, all right, she's going to find out what's good. Just like today's reading, or yesterday's reading. She found out what it was. She found out somebody got caught looking at me while they were in a relationship. And she was like, it can't be Collective, because Collective's been not messing with anybody for 6 years, so it ain't him cheating. He didn't get caught. Yeah, somebody got caught looking at my ass while they were in a relationship, and now they are going through their shit, but I'm falling back. That's between them. It ain't my fault. I'm just doing me. Whoever's looking at me and bada bing, that's on them. Okay, whoever that was, I've given them chances before. Like, hey, you want more than just friendship? No, just want to be friends. You sure? You positive? So I see my mind's eye where this can possibly go. Don't play games now. I'm asking you, do you want to be more than just friends? Just friends. Cool. Bet. that's where that is with whoever fits those categories. If the shoe fits, then yes, that's who we're talking about. If it resonates, hopefully it elevates. There's no more time for games. I've given everybody a chance. Hey, boom, I want you to, so get your kids out the room if they're there. But you already know what I'm about. Okay, I don't have time for games. Hey, you trying to fuck? Bet. You ain't? All right, cool. I ain't mad either way. I'm getting to the point. What do you want? What do you want out of life? Tell me right now before I go down here and then you tug it on my sleeves. What do you want now before I make this next exit? That's how I've been. And I'm getting more like that, closer to God's mission, deadline, whatever I'm trying to get at, whatever I'm attempting to say is, I don't have time to bring extra baggage. If you about working with the planet, you about working with the collective, you about working for not working for Janisha, working with Janosha, for God, to raise the vibrations, then you're more than welcome. But if you got some fuckery agenda shit, you can't be transparent with us, then how the fuck are we gonna trust you if you can't even be honest with your damn self? You gotta be selective and secretive, and with this person you say a little information, then the next person you're omitting some information from. It's like you can never get the whole picture with some people. So I'm like sitting back like, well, that person can stay right over there, these people can stay over there. That's where I'm at. I'm drained. I'm tired of all that. I love so fucking much that I find myself forcing people I love to get where I'm at. But that can't be done. They have to do the proper work. You have to go through the shadow work, period. People, you don't have to do shit, actually. You don't. If you want to rise in frequency, you must do those cosmic steps. It's the forces of nature. It's the laws of nature. You must elevate. You got to go through the proper steps. Like my brother used to always say to me, so stop shortcutting, stop skipping steps. I'm like, man, I'm good. I don't need to take your steps. You're taking way too fucking long. The doctors take 7 years in college. Fuck that. I'm going to get the Cliff Notes version and boom. It can work, but your foundation is not going to be as strong as the person that went through the 7 years of education and fortitude and discipline and so forth, sacrificing and all that. It is like watering a seed. It must be planted, watered, left alone. Nature does the rest. You can't just be staring at the seed. Come on, motherfucker, sprout. I said grow. You know how many times I was that guy? That Johnny Appleseed, put it in the ground. Next few seconds, is that bitch a goddamn tree yet? What the fuck's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I got shit to do. I just said I needed my dick sucked and you taking your time. Man, I need some chapstick. I said suck the dick. It's just gonna hurt. I said suck it. That's how I am, an asshole at times. But it feels good just to be so blunt because it's like I look at my past and I look at all the people that tried to control me and it just kept me small. I'm meant to be this person you're looking at right now. Exactly this. No limitations. You know why I don't do shows with people? Hey, you want to work with me? No, I don't, because you are going to try to control me. Hey, I need you to do this, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Stop controlling me and just worry about you. Damn it, man. It's like, what the fuck is people so threatened about me? I do get it. I just don't like repeating it. I'm real, you're not. Or I'm real and I went through get your words right. We're both real, we're all real, but I just went through steps that you are unwilling to go through. See, I like that. We can work our magic. We can work our words. We don't need to let emotions speak for us. We don't need to let this guy always grab the TED Talk microphone. Alonzo, you're lost for words. Just give it to me. Fuck you all. I don't like none of yous. You guys are wasting my time. I got out of my cave again when I'm just chilling in there because people can't listen to what Alonzo and God's telling them to do, how to free themselves. So now we got to tell you a story about the Boston Tea Party and how the Constitution got hijacked. So you guys don't have rights, you guys have privileges. And that's why they can continue fucking around the way they do, because you don't have the full rights that you're supposed to have because you're so distracted by the devil. You got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, whatever the fuck out here. You got your video games, your Call of Duties, and your politics, and they just got you up and down. And you don't even know yourself in the middle of all that. You don't even know about indoctrination because you think that's education. So now me and Alonzo and the God team have to sit down like some kids. Got to sit you guys down like some kids. And this is the educational cosmic school like Rashad Jamal and all of them got. Phase on one, everybody's doing the same thing I'm doing. Well, we got spoon feed you. But is it your fault? It can be if you know the truth. But if you know the truth and still repeating the lies, then you a dummy. All respectfully. But if you don't know about any of this stuff I'm telling you, then I'm more than happy to teach you. So come on in. Come on in. Tap on in. And go follow my girl, Latoya Okia. That girl will kick you right in the spiritual nuts. I don't got nuts. Kick you right in your spiritual twat. Twat? Are you supposed to be saying that? On No Filter, we can say what the fuck we want to say. I don't got nobody knocking on my door calling my cell phone. Hey, you can't say that language. If they even try, guess what we do? We keep an unlimited supply of baby powder. We find out where they live at. We find out where they work at. And then we slap bitches. Do you? Yes, we do, because God said we can spiritually slap bitches. Bitches, men or women. Come on now. We ain't sexist in this bitch. We slap bitches. That's plural. Bitches. Men and women. Sometimes we like, psh. We double hand slap bitches, especially during the holidays. If you got a scarf on, we love smacking bitches with scarves. Because we slap you, your head goes this way and your scarf goes the other way, and then we take a picture of that bitch. That shit goes viral. Is he for real? Yes. Absolutely. See, the time of that bitch is 2:50. 2:50 around our planet. So let's get to it. I think I already just told you that, but we're 22 minutes in. Okay. It's not going to be the last time, but the left shoulder wants me to give you all the Steven Seagal body language like this is in the Donald Trump hands. That this is going to be the last time I say this. But it isn't, because repetition is the sister of success. So we're going to stay in your brain as much as we need to, because I realized when I was in school, even though all that shit was indoctrination, I had a learning disability is what they called it. It took me some time to learn and grasp the lessons. So I had to stay after class. I had to get a tutor. But then I realized I was just a visual learner. If you showed me something once or twice, I got you. That's who I am. We're all we're designed differently. So I need to understand that if I'm going to be a life coach, and I need to work on my frustration that I've always known I've had. Short temper, patience, that's out the window. I want you to learn this right now. You know, I need to respect you more and understand that your life is different than mine. Based off that simple fact alone, I need to be patient with that. And I need to hear more about what your situation is so I can have a solution for that. How are you going to have a solution? With God, anything is possible. God reminds us all the time, if you ask, you shall receive. And if you seek, you shall find. I promise you that. I put that to the test every day, and it works. I have people right now talking to me say, please take off that tank top. You don't think I've heard that a few times throughout the video? We like the bare-chested zone. Conan, a.k.a. you're the man. Watch you cook. Off camera. Gotta stuff it down. There's a lot of yeast and shit. Gotta get the sides of the bowl right. You like that? Little. Hey, you're at the beach. Which way is the good old boardwalk? It's that way. You know, try to be one of them little flexor guys. But no, see, you fucking around. Almost lost the vibe. Okay, so I said in Donald Trump hands. Let's tell you a little origin story. We're 25 minutes in. Let me give you a 5-minute rap, maybe 10. Okay. For those that know, the Revolutionary War started based off the Boston Tea Party. The king, basically, I'm going to give you a Cliff Notes version. Then you're going to follow, hopefully, look up Paul Michael, Creditor. Look up Paul Michael, Creditor Academy, to get everything to make more sense. Okay. Origin story. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson. We do have to talk about the taxes first. Okay. So I'm learning how to slow down and not bounce around. If you haven't heard of the Boston Tea Party, this happened before the Revolutionary War, before America was created. I'm very surprised I'm slowing down. Before America was created, there was a king that ran everything. Got greedy, figured he can tax every item. If you wanted to buy some tea, he would tax your tea. Cigarettes, you know, cigarettes now are like 13, 15 bucks, whatever, something crazy. I'm going to do this. But back in my day, I remember cigarettes used to be $3 to $4. Then my cousin years ago told me, hey, in New York, they're charging Newports. They're charging $10 for a pack of Newports. And this was in early 2000s. They're talking about this. And then the prices skyrocketed. So back in the day in England, Boston, Massachusetts especially, they stayed with their tea. One day, the king said, I want to tax the shit out of tea. So the king's guards, you know, they have cargo shipments, you know, just like Amazon, you know, UPS, they drop off their bundles and yada yada. So the boat came in with the king's guards with the tea crates, and the townsfolk saw the exuberant, high, stupid tax percentage and like, oh, fuck this, we're not buying your tea. So you guys want to charge us this stupid high percentage? We ain't going to support it. So later on that night, the townsfolk dressed up, masqueraded as Indians, and got on that same boat when the guards were sleeping or whatever, and they tossed off the crates of tea. An act of rebellion, right? So they showed that they're no longer going to be taken advantage of by the king. Just because you're in power, you're going to try to take advantage of us when we have crumbs as it is. It's kind of ironic how that period, which is like in this early 1700s, I was about to say the Revolutionary War, or Independence, 1776 was when the Declaration of Independence, yada yada. Okay, I'm just getting this download out. I'm not a scholar by far. So that was an act of rebellion by the townsfolk. Said we're going to stand up to this tyranny, right? So they did. Revolutionary War happens, bada bing, and then they create the United States of America. The right to bear arms, freedom of speech, the right to assemble, for assembly, to have protests in the streets, all that shit, you know what I mean? The way the original Constitution was set up by George Washington and them was for you and I to be responsible for our own wealth by the time we turn 17 or 25. If I'm wrong in any of this story, please correct me in the comments for the people that are secured party creditors or private bankers. I believe I'm hitting the bullet points though, and then we can fill in the minutia later on if you want to. If you're interested in what I'm telling you is the key to your true freedom and your liberation from this corporation they call the United States, that are just giving you privileges versus rights that you are inherently born to have. That was based off the original Constitution. So the original Constitution says by the time you turn 17 or 25, which I say those ages because I'm not sure, you are responsible for all your wealth. Take care of your bills, be able to use negotiable instruments, which is a form of money, to purchase whatever you want, and you're your own certified public accountant. Okay, you don't need the IRS. You're your own IRS. Okay, you don't need to. You need to pay taxes and so forth. Your main job is to keep the economy balanced. Okay, but there was a shadow government that still exists now that were the bankers that didn't like the original Constitution. So they okey-doked a deal in the early stages of America's birth as a nation. There was a secret deal done in England that they signed a new constitution that put us out of the jurisdiction of being our own bankers into a corporation for profit, not for our profit, but for the bankers' profit, to make us debtors. So we're always in debt. So for instance, every time you sign your signature on something, you're given that business the authorization to go to the Federal Reserve and take out the money. Since you signed that document, you buy a house for $1 million. Your last name is Miss Smith. Miss Smith, you sign the documents. You give it to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson goes to the Federal Reserve, takes out that $1 million, pays for your house. Then has the audacity to charge you $1 million plus interest for as long as they want. If you can't satisfy that debt, then they can garnish your wages, foreclose your house. You see where I'm getting at? Then pass that debt along to your kids' kids. And the cipher keeps on going. It's fraudulent activities. The person I'm referring you to, Paul Michael. Before I get there. So they did a fraudulent deal behind their backs, the powers that be, the shadow government, the bankers, central bankers. Now they have the birth certificate is what has all the wealth on it. Is how George Washington and the original forefathers had it set up, that we'll just be in control of our own wealth and assets by the time we're old enough to handle our own assets and so forth. We don't need no parents. We don't need no government like England. We don't need another England to keep on charging us crazy taxes like the Boston Tax Tea Party, okay? Origin of everything, so you can know how, if you know your past, then you know, it's like, know your past so history won't repeat itself. That's where I'm getting at. So our birth certificates now, since they did this fraudulent, signed a new corporation called the United States of America, if you know, you know, they have our mothers hand over our birth certificate after the babies, put our feet on our souls on the birth certificate, and then we hand it over to the government. Every hospital you go to and you do your birth, you give birth at the hospital, they make you sign your birth certificate, stamp it with the baby's soles of their feet, and then you hand it over to the doctors, and then they do their thing behind the scenes to take your credit and your wealth, and then they keep you broke most of your life and just give you crumbs, and they have you double dipping, triple dipping, because everything you put a signature on has already been paid for, but they keep on charging you. Hence, if you want to become a private banker or a secured confirmation, bitches, thank you for allowing me to get this message out, or a SPC, which is a secured party creditor. Look these terms up so you can understand what's going on. A lot of times when you look this up, they'll call it scams. They'll say, oh, becoming sovereign. You may have heard that. This is what all the celebrities do. They know about this, and they had to sign non-disclosure agreements so they can't disclose this information to us, so they can keep us enslaved and in debt. That's the whole purpose of this, is to keep us indebted so they can get richer off of our ignorance. So if you want to become a secured party creditor or a private banker, to simplify this whole process, all you need to do is sign some documents that says you've been fraudulently misled by the government and coerced out of force that you'll lose your house or lose your job if you don't comply. You can prove that by every signature you signed, and you prove that they've already got your money and they've already paid for that. It's kind of like the Fair Crediting Act. If creditors are hitting you and saying that you owe them money based off the Fair Crediting Act, you can write them a letter saying, I want proof of the original agreement that I made with you. Send me those original documents that I, Mr. Smith, made an agreement with you to do business. Within 30 days, then you and I can work out a way to negotiate how to pay that debt off. If the people don't reply within 30 days, the Fair Crediting Act has every right to erase that debt off your credit report. So a lot of people know that loophole, and they also know that for creditors too. Creditors sell it to other creditors, and they have no right to charge you because they don't have the original document. So you can get out of that debt real easy too. I'm dropping jewels here. So the whole process of becoming a private banker, we're 36 minutes in and we'll wrap it up soon. Forgive me, I crushed 2 subs from Jersey Mike's, Jersey subs, whatever the place is called. You're going to sponsor my ass. Some bitches are Jammins or Jimmy John's. One of the two, you're going to sponsor my ass. So the documentation you're signing is basically saying that since the government is continually been fraudulent to everybody here, they labeled us as citizens, combative. So you're giving us privileges versus our natural rights. I want to be out of this jurisdiction and placed back in the common law, which was the original constitution that George Washington, I can't talk, Mercury, whatever, that George Washington and them set up to begin with. I want to be American national back into the Republic of the common law versus this corporation of the United States where they take advantage of me. So you fill out the proper paperwork. They send it off to the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State notifies all the branches in the office of government that Mrs. Brittany, for instance, is now a diplomat. She's now a sovereign citizen. She is out of our jurisdiction. So we cannot force her to do anything. And then you'll get the proper paperwork, private ID, private license so you can drive on the roads and so forth. Your private badge as an attorney general, bounty hunter, all that stuff you'll have documented within the systems through the Secretary of State will notify everybody, judges, police stations, all that you're outside that jurisdiction so they can no longer charge you. And from there, I'll stop and I'll let you do the further research on that. But by becoming a private citizen, then you have unlimited wealth. You get your true reparations. Your 40 acres and a mule, you really want to get that? You really want to be able to hand your kids generational wealth? Then I highly recommend you do some research on how to become a private banker or a secured party creditor where you can create a trust and put all your assets on that trust, where if anything bad happens, they won't go after the IRS or the government won't come after you personally. They'll go after your business. And then, okay, just like these rich people do all the time, they get sued. They just say, all right, take what my business has, but you're not going to touch my personal assets. I control everything but own nothing. That's what you want to be. I know it's about untraining the way you've been trained to think, but if you take some notes from the Rockefellers, they always say, we control everything but own nothing. Saying that, hey, we control everything, but if you try to come after us, you're just coming after our businesses that we can just, all right, take that assets and we'll create another business. That's called a trust. They can pass that on to their kids, and that's generational wealth. Mic drop. That boy's good. Sexual chocolate. If you really want to get out of this jurisdiction, you're going to have to do some research to get out of that. But it is a legal maneuver that we can all do, and I'm doing right now. So when I hear people griping and complaining and stuff, they may not know this information. Of course, it's not widely spread because the people that have us on the Geppetto strings don't want you to be aware. Oh, he's taking off his tank top. He's getting hot in this joint. To be aware of how to gain your freedom. Okay? So nobody that's oppressing you wants you to know how to be free. So I understand that. But if you really want to be free, this information's out there if you really want it. But don't tell yourself excuses, because your excuse then becomes your excuse. And that excuse becomes your coffin. It becomes your place of rest. And then you die there because you don't move. You just put yourself in your own self-imprisoned prison. Your self-imposed prison. That's all that's happening. And I've been there plenty of times. I gave myself all these reasons. Oh, that's going to be too expensive. Oh, I can't do this. You're just limited. Whatever you tell yourself is true. If you tell yourself you can do it, you're absolutely correct. If you tell yourself you can't do it, you're also absolutely correct. So what are you telling yourself daily? What intentions are you setting for yourself when you have your grand rising? I'm going to have a wonderful day today. I'm not going to let no negativity enter my circle of trust. Meet the fuckers. Okay. I am open to receive all the goodness that God has in store for me and my family for generations to come. I am forever young. I don't even know what old is. I am always healthy. I'm always optimistic. If I ever encounter a challenge, I look at that as another way of becoming more intelligent, because I will find a way around this obstacle. I will never let anything stop me from thinking or growing or progressing. I pulled that all out my ass. No, I didn't, but I did, because God got you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I've never said that to myself. That's how organic that was. Like, I've never said any of those. Where'd that come from? Literally, I've never said none of those things to myself. Ever? No, that shit. I think I got that from Brittany before I put on Manja Has the Tea. She was talking about positive affirmations that I actually recorded on the phone that I'm using now to record this video. I was like, you know what? You're damn right. I'm going to start saying those things to myself. I'm walking abundance. I'm cosmically designed for wealth. I'm not made to work a 9 to 5. I'm not made to work for something that's already mine. I am royalty, and I will not allow anybody to tell me elsewise. Because when I tell you guys I'm royalty, I don't really think you guys are letting that click. I think you guys are just, the women are thinking, oh, he's just a chosen one. The ones that know. Like, this is some like Noah, Joseph, Mary, Ethel. I'm not a scholar by far, but like, this is big. This is like the 3 wise men following the star, you know what I'm saying? And seeing Yeshua born, that type of shit. But for those that know, but I'm still surprised in it. I'm like, God damn, I have a big responsibility. But that's why I love I have my Charlie's Angels and my collective out there to keep me gauged and in line. Not so I will fall down to my lower frequencies, but God showing me, yes, so I will not fall down to my lower frequencies. When my wealth tangibly manifests, it's going to be so bada bing. I'm going to need people around me to make sure I properly use that.